No? Pick a pen. Go. Yeah. Hi guys. Hello. Sorry about that. Oh no. Hey Misha. Hey Lindsay. Hey Kevin. Hey Lise. Hi guys. Hello. You seem to be in a really nice mood today, at least. That's awesome. I'm glad. Sorry, got no Doritos. What did you get? Don't tell me you got chicken, Kevin. I don't have any Doritos either. There is one flavor of Doritos that is supposedly vegan, but ugh. I has cake. Yes. Did you say it was chocolate cake? Dude, I would be psyched if I had cake too. I totally get it. Hey, Box of Paint, hi. How are you doing, guys? Let's see if I can put this in a way that that's a bit better. Hey, Dominic, hi. I see you're just like me, and you sort of get interested when someone mentions cake. I have salted caramel and peppermint tea. Ooh, that's fancy. I'm the one with the chicken today. Leftover KFC. I survived the blizzard. Yay! Were you in Texas? Hey, Lindsay, hi. I have a hard time remembering where everyone is from, especially if it's like US is fine, but specific states it gets a bit complicated. I only have hot tea. Hot tea. We lost power for a full day. Yes, South Texas here. Oof. I'm glad you are through the worst of it, hopefully. I didn't say what kind. I got a specific kind of Danish honey cake and also brownies because, as Alex always says, there is no kill like overkill. Ah, brownies, yum. There's still ice around your house. Oh, wow. So the temperature still hasn't gone above freezing. No spilling today. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Can you guys hear me well? And, well, there's not much to see except my hands and my cup of tea for now, but first word I see when I open the chat is cake, and that is a very good sign. Hey, fairy dust, hi. It's risen, but it's still in the 30s. I have no idea what 30s are in Celsius because we don't do Fahrenheit. Over here in good old Canada, we have our hodgepodge mix of imperial and metric system. Like temperature outside is in Celsius, but temperature of your oven will be in Fahrenheit because audio's fine, audio's great. Ah, thanks guys. I really hope you don't get too much damage on the house from this. I hope so too. I've seen some images that like were sort of scary to think about what's gonna happen when it all falls. Like burst pipes and all that. So much ice everywhere. Oof. I hope the plumbers are ready. So I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do today. I've been working... Hey Jill, hi! 30s are single digit temps in Celsius. Well, single digit like above 0 or below 0? Probably below 0, right? Hey Yuri, hi! They better get ready if they're not already. Yep, there's gonna be a lot of work to do. A store in Portland, Oregon had their roof cave in because of the massive snow on it. Eep. Yeah. Oh no, that reminds me of a thing that happened to my dad. Like Canadian, we are used to freezing temperature, so that's not the issue. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the kind of temporary garages that you can erect outside in your entryway, and it's basically a metal frame and you put a big tarp over it. The tarp is sewn and shaped like the garage is meant to be. I don't know if I can draw it. We call them Tempo here, but I think it's a brand name, like calling a refrigerator a fridge. So basically you have a kind of a setup of wireframes that are all like this. And you have a bunch of them, blah, blah, blah. And then you put sort of a big tarp, usually white, over it. And it has sort of tarp doors. And it's like a temporary garage that you can sort of put your car in when it's snowing. So you don't have to completely shovel your car every single time. And my dad had one. It was quite old, but would still use it. And one winter when he was away for a few days, the whole thing caved in on his car. The car was still inside. Like, my dad was not there, but the car was in there, and the garage just fell on top of the car and totaled the car. And we're like, oh, I guess you're sort of due for a new one, eh? Do I have the energy to throw together a loaf of bread? Oh! Homemade bread. Imagine the smell of the bread baking in the house. Side note, I had no idea Texas houses should not drop faucets like other part of the country. It ruins the water pressure because... Oh, really? I didn't know that either. Like, it's the one sort of everything goes tip that people give. Like, you drip your faucet so it doesn't freeze. Hey, Carolyn, hi! Hi, Meg. 42 degrees Fahrenheit here in central Florida. That's gotta be cold-ish. I mean, that's the kind of temperature that I find comfortable, but yeah, if someone is used to Florida temps, that might be a bit jarring. So my Caesar salad came without dressing. Uh-oh. Yeah, how do you dodge cracked pipe from frozen water? Can you do it, or are you just stuck with frozen water either way? I made a terrible mistake. Got one of my snack boxes today and gave my hubby and he chose to try the salted egg yolk popcorn. It's really, really bad. Who has salted egg yolk popcorn? That sounds really peculiar. Currently working on a 4 feet by 2 feet painting. Oof. Smells like Yellowstone. Oh no, well, good moment to, if you want to fart, it's now or never. No one is going to be able to tell. They say if we do have broken pipes, notate and document everything and just give proof when you make your claim. Yeah, but what about all the damage? Hey, Mikey! Hi! The cats are fascinated by it, but straight up smells like sulfur in here. Why? Why make that? That's so odd. Hey, Gabor, hi! It's nice to see you. My tea is getting cold so fast. If damage happens, it's just gonna happen. You'll just have to document it or you won't get it with your claim. Oh, okay. The insurance companies are gonna be busy. Like, really busy. I never realized how overpriced printer ink was, even third-party cartridges. Yep. Yep. We've been sort of stretching out as much as we can the usefulness of our printer, but even, well, it's gonna be about 10 years old now. It's Guillaume.
Oui?
L'imprimante, tu dirais-tu qu'elle a 10 ans?
Non.
Quand est-ce qu'on l'aurait acheté?
Bon, mais proche, déjà. Peut-être 8, 9 ans. Là.
Okay. So yeah, it's close to 10 years, maybe 8, 9. And we've been sort of not tinkering with it really, but sort of trying to find options for cartridges because it's overpriced and it doesn't last for long. And it's super annoying. I'm attempting to sort out the area under my desk to reroute power cords so I can sort out the top of my desk in my studio. So I'll be listening and working. Awesome. Be careful not to bump your head on the under the table. Honestly, they're saying the Farmer's 2021 Almanac mentioned the storm way early, but it was kind of vague and a week late, but pretty close. What's the Almanac? Is it made upon, like, predictions from science or not? Not familiar with that concept. I had my bathroom faucet dripping, but it got so cold it nearly froze the toilet line anyway. Ooh! Luckily my son cut it in time, but we could hear the ice rattling in the line for a few minutes. Ooh! The rule is to never buy ink, you just buy a new printer. But can you imagine the waste, though? That's a terrible idea. It's the moon, the sun, the planets. All sounds like a horoscope when you hear how. But I thought it was surprising they mentioned we were gonna get snow. It is an interesting coincidence, yeah. I don't do horoscope a lot. Like, it's a really fun concept in stories and whatnot, but in terms of real life application, Sorry. My bestie had to call back the plumber today because he misheard dos cincuenta as dos cinto. And stiffed the dude 50. Whoops! Oh no! Got 2 new subjects for school, one of which was French. I do not speak French. I looked at the first page of the book and I immediately needed to read a whole story. Turns out you need to know French. So now I'm doing a crash course in Duolingo. Poor guy just thought he was being a jerk and oh no. Oh. Well, it's based on weather, and the moon does affect the water. Yeah, but the moon affects the sea levels. I would probably put my money on climate change personally, but you know. All right. Hey, April, hi. Hey Val, hi guys. Hello. Okay, so as I keep trying to mention, I've been going back to the basics and doing a lot of studies of anatomy. The moon is made of cheese. Yep, it's Gruyere. Or is it Emmental? It's the one with the most holes in it. We need to send a giant cracker in space. Alright, sorry. So, I usually work, like, what I've been doing at the moment is the basics. Is something that I use my computer for because it's a PDF file that I use as reference, but I was thinking if do I still have books that have anatomy references in them, and I realized that I do. I have kept some of those. I don't know if it's visible on screen, but this is from Ed, I don't know how to say his name, but let's just say Edward Muybridge. And a long time ago, he took shots, like sort of sequential shots of people doing everyday activity. Of course, they're naked. I mean, you don't get to see much of anything anyway, but so you have like frame by frame of someone running, walking, running at full speed. So it's something they recommended to us when I was doing animation. A bunch of hands, like what's this one? Movement of the hands, clasping hands, hands lifting a ball. So you sort of have this breakdown of movement, which is fairly interesting. And I figured that this is as good as anything in terms of reference. And he made, well, this is sort of a, oh my gosh, electronic clip art. 2007. No, it's not like 14 years old. No. And there are 2 big books. Well, there might be more, but when I bought these were the 2 main things. And the Animals in Motion one is really quite interesting. It hasn't been broken down a lot. I don't know if this one comes with a... This one doesn't come with a DVD, but... So you've got a bunch of things with horses. Does it say when this was made? Because I think that back when this was made, horses were possibly the main way to get around, so that would explain. Hey, Sally! Hi! Oh my gosh, you're brave doing your taxes like that. Oof. His last 2 books, Animal in Motion and The Human Figure in Motion, so 1899 and 1901. That's pretty old stuff. I think it's older than all of us. But yeah, so it's got a couple of interesting things, lots of horses. That's seems to be a lot of introduction, but then you have a bunch of like just images of stuff. Birds flying, a kangaroo, what? And it's kind of old shots in black and white, but I mean, better than a kick in the butt. And tigers. I was not looking for the big cats. Pff, nah. That's oh, a cat, a kitty cat. Dang, that's one really pretty cat. But oh, that's so fascinating. What, have you never had to animate the... Nope, nope, not that. Not happened. That goes... Oh, the dog has a name. It says Kate turning around. Ike and Maggie tugging at the towel. So... Where's all the cats? I mean, sure, doggos, doggos, doggos. What a llama. Guanaco galloping. Bactrian camel. Goats. A sow. Ox. But yeah, I mean, some of these are pretty... What is it? Look at this one. Horse leaping. Like, you got it from the front, but you also have it from the back, which is... Like, it sort of goes backwards. Yeah. Springing from left hind foot and landing on right fore. Because you sort of have the before and then on the other side of the thingy. Hey, Diane, hi! Bird silhouettes is something I wanted to do for ages. Yeah. No, not just draw the McDonald's logo and call it a day. What's on the next page? What's on the next page? More of the same? It's two different jumps, but it's basically the same thing going on. Except that this time, Horsey didn't bump the hurl landing. The photo second from the right shows just how tight... Of course, Amisha. Of course. Ah, that's adorable. Anyway. Perhaps the only issue about these is that they're quite small and not super detailed, so you can get a good sense for the gesture, but you're not gonna get any details from these. Because the camel is really interesting. Oh, the elephant! Ah, there you go. That goes, that goes, that goes. I want to keep these. Show me the cats. There you go. Cat in a walk changing to gallop. There's always a bunch of things to consider, like with walks, depending on which kind of walk or run it is. Not all animals will do it the same way. Like there can be some alternance between the front legs and the hind legs and a bunch of stuff. Oh, wild animals. Lion, lioness, lion. Oh, that poor lion. Looks miserable. Tiger. looks really unhappy. I'm gonna bite your face off. It's so scrawny. Cats walking, lies, their loaves. I'm sure I watched something about art through the ages, and specifically about how until these sorts of photos were taken, horse legs are painted in every kind of weird... Oh my gosh, have you seen the like the medieval illustrations of stuff like lions or cats, even cats? But the lions are hilarious. They make zero sense. I guess they were poor circus animals. Yeah, probably. Has anyone ever heard of the sketchbook slam? Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't think it's I think it's a really... Oh, raccoon! Dude, that is one scrawny raccoon. It's not the raccoons we have here. Oh my gosh, a capybara. Oh. Chakma baboon. Absolutely unimpressed. The baboon, I mean. So anyway, a bunch of stuff. Oh, the birds. The birds, the birds. We had to animate the flying bird. I have memories of it being really terrible animation on my part. Hawk. Vulture. Anyway. So I don't know how useful these can be. Oh, an ostrich. So yeah, the 600-page sketchbook in 30 days. That's how many pages per day is that? 20 pages a day? I think it's 20 pages a day. And the thing is if your goal is to do like good studies and take your time on your studies, you shouldn't use this challenge to do that. If your goal is to study gesture and to get better at drawing fast, then I think it's doable. I am not, like the few people I've seen doing it, I'm not sure they got a lot from it in retrospect. This is the other thing. I'm gonna maybe move these. This is the other book I found. We got to go underground. The circus animals were kept, and it wasn't pretty. I remember feeling horrible for the elephant, but excited to be a part of the show. Yeah. Oh, I completely understand. Like even like regular zoos nowadays, it's really difficult to be fully comfortable with what is going on there. Those challenges are a bit strange. What is the purpose? Yeah, that's the thing. It feels like it's done a lot for the clout and not necessarily for the progress itself. And the people I've seen do it, like sometimes they would have a, because the 600-page sketchbook is about letter size, so about this big. And you would have a blank page and there would be like a small sketch in the middle. I mean, if that's what you call a finished page of sketches, I mean, what's the freaking point? Yeah, I think it's for clout. I think it's like, ooh, look at this thing I did. Look at, and I'm just like, yeah, but did you keep anything from it? What about starting with like a 60-page sketchbook and do 2 good pages of sketches a day? Like full pages, or like Not necessarily a bunch of sketch, but at least one sketch that's sort of... I totally get the 100 heads in 10 days challenge. That's 10 heads a day. Oof, that's a lot of work. But yeah, that makes a bit more sense to me too. Like, I feel like that's one... I might keep note of it so that I might do it one day. When I feel a bit more advanced in my progress with the basics. 100 heads. But it's mostly like feels like it's someone saw a sketchbook with 600 pages and went like, oh, what if I were to fill this in 30 days? And like the numbers are pleasing, they're aesthetically pleasing, and it's like, ooh, interesting. But yeah, gestures maybe, but then you won't have time for retrospection. Exactly. Hey Paolo, hi. Oh, hold on, my phone went beep beep. What's happening? Oh, not much. I would do a mini slam challenge where I use a normal watercolor sketchbook. If you want to add watercolor to it too, that's even more time consuming. I think part of the point is to instill habits, but there are easier ways to get there, in my opinion, that don't involve so much pressure. And that's the point. I mean, if the goal is to instill habits, what do you keep from being so pressured in time? You don't keep much. Like, the people I've seen do the challenge, I haven't noticed any sort of change to their skill set afterwards. Like, it doesn't seem to have made much of an impact. Made for an interesting video, but yeah. I think the pressure would be a deterrent. Yeah, or the sure way to burn out. Like, perhaps with something like the quarantine being on, you could probably approach a similarly thought out challenge, but 600 big pages in 30 days, that's... I don't know how I feel about all the challenges cropping up in the more popular, such as what? I remember Ali Bean ended up timing herself for 5 minutes ahead. Oh, that's a good idea. So, yeah, 6 minutes per head would be an hour of drawing. That's not very... like, that's an investment in time that is doable. There is one I saw that looks actually manageable. It is 30 minutes drawing a day. That's the challenge, just 30 minutes every day without fail. Oh yeah, that's kind of easy. Well, easier than others. I'm working on picking one of my usual doodle characters and draw them once or twice a day for a month and see if and how they evolve. Oh, that's interesting. Not counting drawing time, I could come up with simple abstract sketches for 30 days. But it would feel more like wasting paint and paper. Yeah. And I mean, the 600 pages sketchbook is nothing to write home about either. It's not like impressive paper or something. Okay, so this other book I have is by Gottfried Bams. It's a book that was recommended to us back in the days of animation, so ages ago. And I think what was interesting with this one was the general approach in the volumes that the artist would take. I don't know if you can see, but it's like they used transparency to show the overlap of the volumes. So this is like a horse, and you can sort of see that, like, from taking this as a back view. Yeah, that's the pelvis. So you sort of see the overlap of how the main, like, body, what space it occupies in comparison to the space the hind legs occupy. So that's interesting. And yeah, it's a bit more practical, I would say. Like, it's sort of, I think it's a good one if you've got an analytical mind. Yeah, the guy is very thorough in his rendition of the volumes and all that. Kitty cat. Paper is really weird in this book. Small achievable goals are way better for sanity. Yep. I mean, if you want to start with a challenge, try to do like something like Inktober once and see how that goes. So that's a lion and a horsey. And yeah, like you kind of see how like this volume of the I've been drawing those. What's that? Nomoplate. C'est quoi une omoplate?
Shoulder blade?
Ah, wait, merci. Shoulder blade. Is the... Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'll fix it. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, Kelly, hi! So yeah, you kind of have the joints and the bones and the overlap of stuff, which is super interesting. Oh, that's a doggo, that's not a horse, what am I saying? Way to pay attention. That's the horse. So yeah, I don't know. Like, is that exactly useful? I don't know. Is it interesting? For sure. The book I've been doing studies from is really interesting. Its title is Anatomy for Sculptors, and it's a really easily digestible approach. Well, at least to me. Sorry, what do you guys think? it's so like bendy as a bone. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, do you guys want to say racket? $20 in USA, $30 in Canada. Ah, why? Back when you did animation, what was your favorite part of the process? Definitely not animating. Oh, good grief, that was hard. I need this book. Well, I'm glad you find it interesting, Kelly. That's great. Though it's proofing, but also, oh my god, it took like twice as long as it should have. I don't know what I did, but it was the weirdest though. Oh no. Favorite part of the process of animation? Being done with it? Hold on. I think that the sort of satisfying part was if you had planned something, because the way it kind of works is you have a movement in mind and you kind of have to plan it on paper. And the way you sort of have to decide what happens, because you have to recreate the movement, and it's difficult. And I wasn't very you're not selling? No, I'm not selling. But it's a personal thing. Like, I was not good at envisioning the movement in my head. So you do your first pass of sketches, you scan them in, you check your animation, and it doesn't work as you want, and you're like, oh, how do I fix this? Well, I think the most satisfying part is if you had planned something and then you executed the sketches and you scan them in and you check them, and it's close. You know, you got it almost right. It means that your brain understood the movement properly and was able to apply your knowledge of animation to translate the movement into something that works. Didn't happen often, but yeah. Have you ever heard of a website called Line of Action? I think so. I foolishly chose 2 years of animation at uni, and the worst is rendering and waiting to see if things are right. Hair, light, camera. My 2-minute projects took 14 days. Well, that's about the time it... Yeah, that makes sense. Considering that animation is at least... it's between 12 and 24 drawings per second. So considering that you have 120 seconds, it's a lot. That's a big pile of paper. It said a lot of animators get hired on Twitter. Oh, interesting. Add cheese and almost anything becomes good. Let's grab the horses. was planning to major in animation next year when I got to an actual art school, but after a semester of it, I switched to graphic design for the semester, and it showed I don't want to do design, but a BFA. Huh, what's a BFA? Just got an organic Gouda with black pepper for salad. Oh man. Are you doing 100? I'm not doing anything for now, but I'm taking notes. So that was 100 heads, but I guess hands or feet. Also a good challenge. Magician. Bachelor of Fine Arts. What's a bachelor per se? What does it give you? Then do a master's in special needs ED. Wow. That's a switch. A 4-year degree is a bachelor. It's like the initial degree, then you go and do a master's. Hey, Sarah. Hi. I just don't... I'm not... Oh my gosh, Diane. Is that something to cheer, or is that something to be sad about? I can see how figuring out the main elements of horse anatomy could be useful here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's try a little of each. Huh. Hopefully the future has good stuff in store for you. I just don't have a lot of space on this desk to have a book open and a sketchbook. Bachelor's degree and $2 gets you a pretty nice cup of coffee, especially in the sciences. Yeah, I just don't... I haven't followed that kind of courses, so it's very abstract to me. In the UK, it took some time to adjust to my first grade 70. I was miserable, sad because I had busted buns. Huh. My brother has been in the hospital. Oof. Ooh. Ooh. I hope he improves quickly. Dang. Ooh, that's... I'm sorry, horsies. You all look better then. Though this one has a really nice hairdo. Not necessarily practical to figure out the eyes, but... Dude, I know, right? The horse has better hair than me, too. It's supposed to be in, does it say? Doesn't say. I think it was an Icelandic pony. Got my first COVID vaccine. Ooh, yeah, how did it go? Basically, a 4-year degree gets you... Oh, I missed a bunch of stuff. Basically, a 4-year degree gets you into management at the fast food place, so you're now working 60 hours weeks for what works out to be 2/3 the hourly rate. Ooh, lovely. frustrating how slow the vaccine rollout is here. Well, they're limited by the stock, right? Hey, Tsikaboo, hi. Gonna need a bigger sketchbook. The second day, all I did all day was sleep. Didn't feel ill, just tired. Huh. The only reason we don't have a lot of people vaccinated here is the supply chain problems. Yeah. You know, it's difficult because some of the vaccines have to be kept at the specific temperature, and there's so many things to deal with. On one side, you have people who want to sabotage the stock, and on the other hand, you have like odd regulations and stuff going on too. They're exploring the vaccine being able to be started at more normal temps, available to most hospitals and pharmacies. I think there will definitely be improved versions of the vaccine as time goes on. Like, they don't all need to be kept cold, but I think there's a specific variant that needs to be kept quite cool. Okay, what I'm trying to do right now with this is to study this schematic. I hope it shows relatively well, but what I'm trying to take mental note of is all the points in this side view of the you have the silhouette in yellow and you have sort of the bones in gray, and I'm trying to mentally map which bones will get close to the skin, so what kind of they're a bit like landmarks. on the body. Like if you know, it's easier to explain on humans, but for example, like this one here, it's odd in its shape because it has this extra part here, and that would probably be noticeable. So if you look at a horse in a different position and you see something peculiar in that area, you might be able to connect that it's the same element you're seeing. I don't know if that makes sense. It's absolutely not well proportioned at all. It's always fun and good to start with basic skeletons and proportions when studying a new creature. I agree. Mais voyons, Carolis. Oh, it's less that it's not well proportioned and more that it's still growing. Oh, I love that. Learning the skeleton is helpful, but it's also really, really confusing, personally. Because it's sort of too many details in the beginning. Like, if you account for every single rib of the rib cage from the get-go, that's confusing. But if you see the rib cage as a volume, like a whole shape, that we all know that the rib cage is made of ribs, that's not the point, but if you consider it a single thing, it's a bit easier to figure it out. That's many less things to have to remember about, and unless you want to do like anatomy, like biology drawings, like super accurate, you don't really need to know this stuff, I think. I apologize for the vacuuming sounds. When you see the skeletal structure of the horse, you can see why a broken bone equals a bullet. I'm not sure I follow. What do you mean, April? Are drawing thestrals from Harry Potter because this was partially exposed? Yeah, but they're not a real thing. So it's something that someone had to design and model and invent. So I don't know how exactly like a horse it is. But yeah, they were quite cool. I remember I drew horses and then tried to guess how the skeleton would look inside. Then when I was in the psych yard, something. It is absolutely normal artist instinct, absolutely. They used to shoot. Oh no. I had heard that colitis is really, really bad for horses, but dude, This book is The Artist's Guide to an Animal Anatomy by Gottfried Bams. Bammes. The people working there took it so seriously. Oh my gosh. They definitely were not artists. Update from the corner. The American text code is labyrinthine. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're brave to do it by yourself. Like, we do not anymore. we did for a few years, and then it got so complex. So that's more like this. And even with the software, there would always be something that would sort of not work out properly. Even if our taxes were really simple to do. Yeah, don't let's not go in depth about the thing with the horses. But yeah, it's another thing that's super interesting regarding all the different anatomy is how certain things that are benign in one place can be really different in another place. But yeah, not gonna go into details. That's interesting. So I guess that's the knee, right? So, like, if you have a human knee, you don't really... Okay, it's gonna be very cartoony, but, like, you don't really have that much, because that's basically how our knees are made, I think. Something like that. But here it looks like you have, like, a part, and then a joint, and like it's attached like this, instead of being behind the that part of the knee. Oh no, Dominic, why? Okay, but seriously, what is up with US taxes? It always seems like such a big deal to file your taxes. I think you guys might not be aware of how complex the paperwork is for US and also Canadian taxes. It is a nightmare. I just took a cake break and ate cheese. Now I have coffee and I'm ready to return to cake. Oh my gosh, you're having a great time today. I think that one's the heel. No, I think it's the... Wait, hold on. That's shoulder, elbow, so... Would that be like the wrist? Dude, that's so... Oh yeah, it might be. Then you have this one, this one, this one. Oh yeah! Oh, wow, that's so intense. Dude, so that's not the knee, that's like the wrist. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. Oh no. Yeah. They walk on their what they say, perisodactyl. It's a really fancy word to say that they walk like on the tip, like that, I think. How cool is that? Well, it's the front legs, so I said wrist, but it's about the same. Kind of. They walk on their nails. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Do they only have one big nail, or do... I studied basic oil painting with an equestrian artist inspired by Alfred Munnings. She's very good with horses. I quickly moved on to cats. Ooh, cats. It's easier to have models for cats than it is for horses. Yep, one big nail. How cool is that? Aw. Oh my gosh, that vacuum sound is something else. I hope you guys don't pick it up too much. Poor Peko. I hope she's not too scared. T'as-tu vu Peko quand tu t'es levé?
Hein?
T'as-tu spoté Peko quand tu t'es levé?
Ouais, toujours sur le lit, elle a l'enquête.
Oh, petite bête. Oh, you don't hear it. Good. Good. One big nail. Camels and pigs have two nails. Yeah, I knew that pigs had two, because I think most people have seen pig feet. I didn't check for camels though. It's interesting. Oh, oopsie. That's not gonna erase all that well. Yeah, that's the foot. That's more like a foot, because you have the heel bone thingy. Like when you draw a human foot, you have like this part, but you also have like this part here and a toe. So I guess that's that. Unicorns have cloven hoofs. As opposed to what? Most time I see them drawn as normal horse hooves. But what's a cloven? That's the one that's split in two, is that it? Yeah, basically people draw horses with... Hey, there. There's a thingamajigger here. Yeah, like a goat or pig. Oh, okay. Huh. don't know if I can see some of those landmarks on, say, this dude here. Yeah, not really. Maybe this little bump here, but don't see the neck one. I don't really see. Hubs walked past to check on Bear and asked, what kind of cat is she drawing? I'm not drawing a cat, I'm sorry. How is Bear doing? Hey, Nettie, hi. Have a bony landmark at the hip and the knee on the back leg. Do I? It's really hard to see because there's like muscles on top. Like the legs are relatively bony, so that's kind of not too hard to see, but I don't really see that one here. This one maybe like here. Those, I mean, I guess. Like this is a very basic pose, so I don't think it's the kind of pose that showcases the landmarks the best. Mr. Horsey. Time to draw some horse cats now. Ooh, that would be interesting. I think this one has more. The mane doesn't really help, but you know, gotta have good hair. Is there more about the horses? That is not the profile view. That's good, but yeah, that's not very... Yeah, not really. Hey, Otto! Hi! It's nice to see you. Horse cats, do they have hooves or claws? Claws on the front legs and hooves on the back legs. Bear is awesome 98% of the time, but bad the other two. He has these little temper tantrums when he feels ignored, and the two new ones are climbing my legs or leaping from the top of something. Ooh, onto my neck head. Oh no, Bear. Otto was taking a very long Dorito break. Doritos. I was really struggling. Oh, I'm glad you feel better. Otto! Look! It's so cute, right? It's not the white ones. It's a bit older than that, but still good, right? Still blubby, still adorable. It's a seal cat. Well, seals are kind of close to dogs, aren't they? So there was an art question that I got asked that I thought it would be a good one to see what everyone's answer is. Do you mind if I ask? Go ahead. It's a seal of approval. It is. I have a sticker with a seal that is my seal of approval. Question for everyone. If you were to get unlimited supply but from only one brand of watercolor, which brand would you pick and why? Ooh, that's a good question. Hi, Patricia! Hey, did I say hi? Did I miss you? Yeah, that's a hard one. Oh, that was my question. First impulse was Daniel Smith just because of the range and variations. Probably Daniel Smith due to variety available. Kevin says Regina's watercolor. What is that? But maybe Core because I could play with them all day long. Ooh. Didn't miss me, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, hi. Nice to see you. Yeah, you can pick a line of oil paint, of course, Kevin. With unlimited funds, Daniel Smith is the first. But I really do love my Schminke set more and more. Which set did you get? Box of paint. I could live with the supplies of any major brand. Winton oil color then. Daniel Smith isn't necessarily my favorite. I don't really have one yet, to be honest, but I'd be able to get everything from them. It's a tie between Schmincke and Daniel Smith, and Schmincke for cool tins, and they don't have the same old set of colors and great performance. That's true. I have not brave. This work is just preparing for the tax preparer. Our usual guy retired. Oh no. I said Daniel Smith too because you're not going to take away their Quinn Rose, Bordeaux, Phthalo Turquoise, Quinn Coral off me ever. But then there is Holbein's Aureolin, which you're also not going to take it off me. I think it's difficult because I'm such a sucker for specific colors from different brands. Yeah, that's tough. I have the 48 set that I'm using more and more since we're home, but my little travel set of 12s. It's called 742... Hold on, 74824. Great name. Ooh, yeah. Is almost everything I need. Some kind of cobalt turquoise. Ah, that color though. Precisely. Hey, Lena, hi. Actually, any updates on PR 168? What do you mean? Daniel Smith for all the colors, granulating, iridescent, duochrome, and the performance. I would smuggle YouTubes of Reolin. Ah, oh, Holbein's Indigo is where it's at. It's so pretty. So pretty. I really like their neutral tint too. I don't have enough experience with the different brands to make a choice. The only colors I have 2 brands of is French Ultra from Winsor Newton and Daniel Smith. And we know that Daniel Smith's French Ultra, it's FU, right? Ooh! For acrylics, I'd go with Sennelier. Sorry, I'm Graham. For colored pencil, it's a tie between Polychromos and Holbein. Hi, Lena. Hi, hi, hi. I adore Dan Smith's earth tones. They're lovely. M. Graham for in-studio hues. Ooh. Hello, Nana. What about you, Ev? I was not replying because I was sort of trying to figure out what I would do. It's a tough choice. I think I would be fine with any professional range. I really like the M. Graham colors, but I feel like they are lacking a really bright pink. That's the one thing. They have great colors. I really like Sennelier. I don't think I would pick Daniel Smith, honestly. I mean, it's great, but it's a bit difficult to handle a bit for me. Some of their colors dry way too hard and they don't stay in place, and that's annoying. I really like Yellow Sophie from Sennelier, and I think they might be the only one or one of the few that have that pigment. I think it's PY93 maybe? Not sure. I think I have it here. I'm still silently grieving that I didn't get to pick up my Holbein set in Japan for maybe a really long time now. They refunded us because of red zones, so yay, money back, but meh. What do you mean? What happened? Ah, yes. Not gonna swear, but came close. Oh, no. So, Yellow Sophie, yes, PY93. Still a bit sticky. There you go. Oh, okay, it's because of Corona. Yeah, I figured that Corona happened. I didn't know if things would get simply delayed or just cancelled. It was my follow-up thought. Probably DS for all the above reasons, though my favorites are Schmincke and Sennelier. Oh, I like the funny colors too. So Ev's grey. She hates me now. Which one? Which gray? He moved our trip now 4 times, and it was Emirates. So Emirates. So we had to stop in Dubai, which also means oof. We all store card supplies like that. Hey, Maureen, hi. We do. I would choose car and have my partner or a close watercolor buddy choose Daniel Smith, then I can have both. The Sennelier Caput Mortem and cool. Oh, that one! Yeah, that one is all Sennelier. I don't think there is really another brand that has a color like Sennelier's Caput Mortem. Because it doesn't have any variation of colors in it, it's just granulation. It's interesting. I have a similar question too. If you could have one brand of watercolor paper, then which one is your fave? Ooh, another tough one. Anyone needs to make tubes of premixed F's gray. No! Yeah, other brands have Caput Mortem, but it's nowhere near Sennelier's. Sorry, exactly. It's really a unique shade, the one that Sennelier has. It's so funny, the little leftover tail that the seal has. It's a pretext, it's teeny tiny. Love Cindy's Caput Mortem. Oh, it's nice, right? Call it Ev's Grey because I know it will annoy her. Ha 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 ha. Oh my gosh. Stop. I really like the gray you get from mixing the two schmink colors to the something red deep and the something cobalt green deep, whatever. It was in my video of cool mixes too. Screw. Ah! Just want to feed the silly kitty. Well, they would both enjoy a fish, so. There. We get tubes of Ev's Grey on Evcon. Such a cute shape of seal from the back. Yeah, look at this tubby boy. Blob 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 blob. Don't think it's should be a bit flattened out around here. I wonder if the silk cats have toe beans. Of course they do! More interesting than Tanacon. Oof. Oof. Yeah, of course. It has some sort of topic. So there you go. That wasn't a hard one. This was pretty easy to fix. Rather than just be like about someone that is ultimately quite boring. Far less controversial, yes. They have to have them right and do underwater poop zoomies. Oh, you know they do. You don't know what Tanacon is. It was okay. From some time ago, it was a YouTube personality named Tana Mongeau. And she was refused access to, I don't remember which, if it was like a convention about YouTube or TwitchCon or whatnot, and she got angry about it, and she decided to make her own convention that she named TanaCon, and it was a ultimate fail because it was really poor planning and really poor execution, and anyway, it was a great big mess. If you've heard of the Fire Festival, it's the same kind of mess. Oh yeah, it could be VidCon, sorry. I just didn't remember which con it was. Oh, I heard of the Fire Festival. Yeah, that's the same kind of big mess, but on a smaller scale. I'm so glad I don't travel in those circles. Dude. I really struggle with Twitter because if I stray away from the messages page, I see the trending news and they always make me so angry. Has anyone else seen Internet is Trend video on DashCon? Oh, that sounds a bit scary. Rainforest. Ooh. I'm terrible with celebrities that aren't huge. I can't guess half of the Masked Singer than Sophie. Because even reveal, I don't know. Oh, I know what you mean. I know a bit more about the YouTube ones because I like to put like stupid internet drama videos as background noise when I'm doing things that I can just tune out completely if I have to, and it's really no biggie. But oof. Twitter can be such a dumpster fire, putting it nicely. If one stays too far away. You don't even have to stray very far. Like, you just have to be on the main feed and hover to the right where there is the trending thingies, and it kills me how most of it is about stupid nonsense. And I mean, I'm on Canada trending, and most of the stuff is stuff from the US, so I'm like, bleh. I wish there was a way to just block it out altogether. I have trouble with the reality TV people too. Oh yeah. The minute they start guessing Bachelor or Jersey Shore people, I'm out too. We don't really watch TV. We have Netflix. That's it. Like no cable, no nothing. I chose to just delete Twitter from my phone. It has had a positive impact on my mental health for sure. Oh, that's adorable, Lana. It says my partner just noticed that I watched the stream and made a little Caturday song and said there's no day like Caturday, then brought me cocoa and is now playing games again. That's adorable. Five toes. Also the ads. The ads on Twitter, I mean... When I use it on my computer, I have an ad blocker on, so I don't see them, it's fine-ish. But whenever I sort of grab my phone, and it's never to check Twitter per se, it's often to do something else on Twitter, but you still land on the feed, sorry. And like what, 1 out of 3 posts is an ad. And like, oh, okay, this person I followed, this person, what the, oh, it's an ad, okay. Follow, what the again? But how is it supposed to be fun? Answer, it's not. Like, what a terrible platform. Those seals have toe beans. They don't have on this plastic model, but I don't get a lot of ads on Twitter. Oh, you're fortunate. Clearly, I am hip to the socials. Well, you're better off that way. Is it bad when it's good news when it reaches the... No, that's good news. No, they have flippers. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? Did I move the seal? I think I moved the seal. Yeah, I just did. Oopsie. Welp. There goes my doodle. Doodly doo. What else have I got in here? Snow leopard with his super cool tail. Got a Maine Coon. Got a black kitty. Got a tabby. another black and white kitty. Got another tabby. Is there a button? I wonder. Is that it? Is that really all the cats I have? Got a doggo. Fox. Baby lynx. Red panda. Arctic fox. Arctic cub. Rawr. Angie. Mama lynx. Oh, I am shameless with the mute button on Twitter. Yeah, mute button or the muted keywords. A cat, another cat, more cats. It's like that. This is where I keep my spare cats big. Yes. Oh. Where did you get those? Well, you can get them from various places. They're made by a company named SCHLEICH that I'm not gonna try. I have a snow owl. Of course, I have a taiga and a panther. It's really cool because even though this is a black panther, well, it's a melanistic panther, you still have the sort of the really subtle pattern on the fur, I feel like, which is cool. And I have a Shiba and puppy and a squirrel. And we have a couple of wolves and an otter too. You can usually get them from toy or model shops. Yep. For us, we can find them at bookstores too. And they're in the display, and there's usually a few Smurfs. And at the bottom, you have sort of the fantasy collection of made-up creatures like unicorns and whatnot. They're really handy. Oh, owls. same brand, but completely different. I have Green Lantern. There's a point to the Green Lantern. Let's put everyone back in. Look, Bear, that's you. That's Linus. That's cute cat. Fox. Foxy. Usually put the horses in there too, so they take up a lot of space. Oh, we have one of Gargamel's cat too, from the Smurfs. It's all the same company. Seeing this large assortment of mini animals would make me wonder how much of a gacha fiend. I would be a gacha fiend, of course. But it's gacha, right? Gachapon. Or is it gachapon? I can never remember. I still love the fact that Scotland's animal is unicorn because it's the only thing that can kill a lion. England's animal bitter to the Oh, that's good! That's so funny. Good timing, he had literally just jumped up on my table. Hello, bear! Yeah, Azrael. Azrael. I've always read the Smurfs in French, so... I accidentally gave him a pouch of dog food tonight and he's telling me it didn't count as supper. Oh no! The Scotland versus England feud is my favorite arc. So yeah, I got this, I don't really care specifically about Green Lantern, but what I thought was quite relevant was that this is a superhero in what is essentially body paint. So as someone who's trying to understand muscles and all that, that's kind of a decent reference. The only parts that are not super helpful is the shoulders, the gloves, and the boots. But for the rest, it's kind of handy. There is no T in the gacha. Yeah, so gacha. It's gashapon. If secretly admiring how thick. Well, it's not exactly thick, right? It's more like probably so lean and dehydrated to look like that. So, yeah. We have the range here as Kina Michaels. It's gacha, like cha-cha-cha. There is no T. Yeah, there is no T, but cha-cha-cha. There's sort of a T in cha-cha-cha, isn't there? I just noticed the hot tea and Doritos thing. Well, it sort of became the drinks and food of the stream are tea, if you like it, Doritos if you want savory food, or Nutella with a spoon if you're more on the sweet side. Jon Stewart is the thick one, if I recall right. Is he thick? Does he pass as thick? Gotcha. But it's cha like tea, right? So it's gacha. I ate so much sweets that my blood type isn't. Be careful about that. People are gonna install a thingy in you like they do for the maple syrup. I'm itchy again. I need to go back and check what was the name of the creams that I noted. CeraVe. Propolis. I saw a propolis cream when I was checking the groceries, but it has a bunch of other stuff in there and I'm just worried a bit. We are out of tea and 2 weeks to payday. Oh no, how are you out of tea? Isn't it like ubiquitous and super easily affordable, like what's it called? The PG tips? Is that the get some red rose or something? Right back switching bunny zones. Ooh. Bunny. Trying to see if they got the landmarks of the human skeleton on there. Don't really see the shoulder blades or the... Well, we can see the clavicles, so there's that. Don't see the sternum at all because logo. There is some indication of the pelvic bone. The way it goes around and is like higher up in the back and goes lower in the front, but because of the way the suit is made, that's a bit confusing. What else? What was the other? Oh yeah, the... hard to say. There's a vertebrae here, the 7th one that pokes out too. But it's hard to see on this. I completely forgot to restock. I thought I had an extra box and I had lied to myself. No. How comes Reese's eggs are so much better than the cups? Hold on, hold on, hold on. What kind of eggs? Wait. I'm off chocolate for Lent. Oh my god, I miss it. Oh no, Kevin. For some reason I read tweaking as twerking. Not quite the same thing going on, right? Okay, hold on. We gotta discuss Reese's stuff. So you got the cups. Basic cups, like the common stuff. They're about, what, this big? They're not super big. Might have shrunk. Anyway, so that's the basic. And then the eggs. Okay, so hold on. You got many types of eggs. You got the eggs that are basically a sugar shell. And inside, instead of chocolate, you got the Reese's peanut butter. Maybe sugar. That's one type of eggs. Okay. Then you have the big 3D eggs. I think they have some sort of weird pattern. And that, it's basically 2 half eggs, like in really thick chocolate with the PB in it, and they glue them together so that you get a big egg. And then you got the flat eggs that are really often misshapen, and they come in a, like, on a little cardboard tray thingy and then wrapped up. They have trees and hearts like that, I think. Okay, so that's... Am I forgetting any kind of eggs? I won't go to the store at the moment, and delivery is crazy. We got a refund tonight on 2 gyros because it charged, and this is not a joke, £20 delivery. The restaurant called and said the app had lost their mind. Reese's peanut butter eggs, like cup, but yeah, but what kind of egg? The flat egg or the 3D eggs? 3D flat. It is a flat mound of peanut butter that's egg-shaped. So that's the flat egg. If so, I agree. These... I haven't had these ever, but I've had the trees a couple of times. You know, the holiday trees, which are basically the same idea but different shape. That's the best. That's like the topmost ratio of chocolate and peanut butter. The flat ones sort of look like half melted. Oh, they're the best. The flat egg is amazing. And I think I've seen they do the trees, which are like, yeah, that's vaguely a tree. And they also have like really misshapen hearts that are hilarious for Valentine's Day. They're like really long and not very heart-like. They look like this, and it's hilarious. But why are those so hard to find? I mean, all we get is the stupid 3D egg, and it's sort of... Chocolate is way too thick. That's not good. I'm a heathen. I eat the middle of the normal ones and toss the outside. The peanut butter is so good, but the chocolate is sour? What? Dude, chocolate is sour. I've never heard that said from a Reese's. I'll have to do a taste test when I eventually try to get some more Reese's in the future. One reason the seasonal tastes better is that they're usually fresher. But the thing is with the flat ones is that no matter if they're fresh or not, usually all the fat imbibes in the cardboard of the wrapper. So they're drier. They're not fresh-ish. But they have like the thinner chocolate, and the soft innards are delicious. Might as well do gingerbread man shapes. Well, they do the tree. The tree is for the... Dude, if they tried to do gingerbread man, they would look so wobbly. It would probably look like this. A delivery driver once ripped my very drowsy brother off by entering a $70 tip and changing to the next screen. What? Dude, that's not good. Maybe the ones in the UK, but it's definitely sour. But not the... Ooh, that's so weird. Well, it's not full cardboard. It's just a tray. It's like a piece of cardboard that's like that has folds here and folds here, and it makes like this shape. It's to help prevent the misshapen thing from getting more squished. This is a very interesting discussion. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're usually in single wrappings with the small cardboard base in there. They're really hard to find here, and I was so bummed out. Last time there were some... Was it the pumpkins? Are the pumpkins the same? The Reese's pumpkins? Oh, it was the trees, the last one we saw for holidays. And... Sorry, the only trees I saw around here were the one that had the Reese's Pieces in there. And I was like, this is not good. Yeah, the pumpkins. Squished Reese eggs. No, especially those. Those are like just like a... Well, I mean, it's gonna be worse in your stomach, but you might need a spoon to eat it. Back. Both bunners are mad at me again. Oh no! Are they mad because you switched their location? My mom bought us a big box of Reese's trees. Ooh, that's fortunate. Those are good. Speaking of Reese's, they had at some point the wafers. Like it's a stick. A bit like this, and it sort of has a pattern on it that's like a bit like this, and in it you have like, that's chocolate, and you have like a wafer, peanut butter, a wafer, peanut butter, a wafer, and that's stacked and covered in chocolate. Those were great. Seems they're no longer available, but they were great. I haven't tried Reese's cereals though. Is it good? We've had one that kept an expensive bottle of rum that was a recipe necessity, and Cheeky Man did the whole check my ID and all that. Dang, that's like wanting to be fired. Running after a stopped car. It's surprisingly good. Oh really? Is it like corn pops but with Reese's flavors? Reese's Sticks. Was that the name? Those were good. Yep, they both bunners want access to the whole apartment all the time, and any zone they are locked in is wrong, and the other bunny is spoiled. Oh no. I've been playing Instacart roulette here for a year. Worst replacement, I ordered mayonnaise and got a mango smoothie. Yeah, not quite the same thing. I don't like Reese's cereals, but I like their chocolate. You like the regular Reese's, you mean? I love chocolate pillow cereals. Oh man. So many cereals have dairy in it. You'd think the peanut butter would be strong, but it's more corn than peanut. Yeah, but what if you want it to be more peanut than corn, though? Baxapain says, on the melting, my sister got me a Hello Kitty Easter bunny and she forgot it in her trunk. And what I received was something like Tim Burton having a nightmare. Oh no. Ice cream full stop is dangerous. Fair point. Fair point. What is you guys' favorite cheap drugstore candy? Candy bar and all that. It's so funny how not every country has the same stuff available. The full Dolly Easter Bunny experience. Maureen says Twix. Diane says Hershey's with almonds. Well, if you like the Reese's chocolate, it's Hershey's. I hope they use the same. I hope they don't use the chocolate they use for Hershey's Kisses, because those are so weird. Lion Bar is one. What's a Lion Bar? Three Musketeers. Ooh, that's the one with the nougat in it, right? Otto says Twix. Oh, we have Twix Twins. Probably plain old plain old milk chocolate. Really? Huh. Probably Skittles or gummy cherries. Do you prefer the one with the sour sugar on it or the one without? For real, she was so sad. Kept her as a talking piece on my desk for... Did you end up eating it? Out of curiosity, or was it unsalvageable? Sakabu says Three Musketeers, Twix, Kit Kats, or Reese's. There's a lot of overlap. I wouldn't have thought it. Dominic says Twix, Kit Kat, Crunch Bar. If not, Crunch is the one with the Rice Krispie in it, right? Not a peanut or any kind of nut fan, minus peanut butter. Oh, and any Crunch Bar. Any? Is there more than one? Love Twix bars back when I could eat them. Aw, yeah, I know what you mean. I still indulge way too often, but it's usually knowing that things might go wrong at some point. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Milky Way. What's a Milky Way Midnight? Huh. I'll have a big bag of oven-baked chips. Chips. Now that I know them are almost Coors Bar. That's the crunchy caramel peanut thingy, like the brittle, right? Sour sugar gummy cherries. Okay. Snickers with almonds. Ooh. Lion Bar has like wafers and caramel and puffed rice. Ooh, wow. Wafers are always a good selling point. Do y'all prefer sweet or savory foods in general? Baxapentis, I'm not sure a kid would have eaten it. Oh, okay, so unsalvageable. The only problem with chocolate is the US compared to Canada is the chocolate is made in facilities that have processed peanuts. In the US or in Canada, do you mean? Midnight is dark chocolate. Oh, really? Huh. We need more dark chocolate variants because honestly, most of the chocolate bars, they don't need extra sugar. I love cookies and cream Hershey's too. Our local chocolate manufacturer makes a pretzel bar, which is great. Ooh. Oh, forgot about Milky Way Midnight. Is that just plain chocolate? So those allergic to peanuts in the US cannot have American chocolate. The only one I saw that was sort of more careful about that is Mars. The Mars bars, if you buy like Halloween treats, they would keep the Mars bar in a separate bag because those were made in a factory without peanuts. But I mean, I completely understand too. Like, most of the bars have peanuts in them. It's difficult to keep a factory just for the stuff that doesn't have peanut in it. The US Canada is not processed in facilities with peanuts, except if it has peanuts in it. Peanuts, 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 peanuts. Tonic's dark chocolate. A German brand has brought out sugar-free chocolate and is not allowed to call it chocolate by German law because chocolate has to contain sugar. What's a normal Milky Way? What's a Milky Way? What's in it? I don't think I've had it. Oh no, Lindsay. Well, white chocolate is definitely milk chocolate, more often than not. Milky Way is just caramel and nougat. Oh, okay, well. I wonder if I've ever seen one here. Probably. I don't know. Chocolate, caramel, and fluffy nougat. It's a bit like a Mars bar. There is orange chocolate and dark chocolate. I wonder why we don't see those more often though. Like, you can always find the Terry's chocolate, orange, and milk chocolate around the holiday season, but never the dark chocolate one. And I'm like, why not? Milky Way sneaker. Do you guys not get Mars bars? Mars doesn't have any nuts in it, I think. That's a Snickers. Yeah, Mars doesn't have any nuts in it because they were available as a nut-free, nut made in a place that has nut factory thingy for Halloween. Snickers has nuts, but Mars doesn't. My brain is trying to remember. It's been a while. Yeah, it is definitely sweet, but what I'm trying to remember is, yeah, it doesn't have any nuts. You have to go to Canada now to get a Mars bar. Really? I think, who makes the Mars bar? Is it Cadbury or Hershey? Or I think it's just written Mars behind them. I think I'm hungry. EU has different name for Mars and Milky Way. Milky Way, white fluff inside. Mars, caramel and nougaty fluff inside. But the thing is real nougat is white. When you buy nougat from Montélimar in Switzerland, France, I don't remember, but like the nougat place. America, we need to talk about banning Kinder Eggs. Mars bar make my teeth hurt, ears ring like twin on fire. Really? That's weird. Is it too sticky? Oh, we call that French nougat, the white kind. Yeah, but that's basically what French nougat is. Unless you get the flavored kind, like the coffee flavored nougat is gonna be tan. Right, if your kid's gob is so big, I think they worry more about the toys inside than the whole capsule in it. Because sometimes you have to assemble the 2.5 parts of the toy inside. But I mean, we've had Kinder Eggs for years, and it's not any worse than anything else. We had a Mars bar that was maple caramel, I think. That was good. That was really good. It was years ago, though. I remember because I had gotten some to bring to my friend from Arizona. And she was like, whoa! And I was like, whoa! These are really good. Otto. So in a Kinder Egg, are the toy parts submerged in a Kinder? No, they're not. We get a version of Kinder Eggs where the toy is on one side of the egg and the candy is on the... But, okay, a Kinder Egg is an egg again that sort of has a really obvious seam in the middle, and that's like milk chocolate, and when you open it, inside it has like a layer of milk chocolate and a thin layer of white chocolate. That's inside the egg, and inside the egg you get a capsule that's basically like this. It has, and now they have like a weird folding thing. They're either yellow or orange, and inside you get the toy or the puzzle or the mini figurine or whatnot. Kinder Egg are banned, but Polly Pocket and Micro Mini cars are okay. Okay, so America, we need to talk about allowing guns, but not allowing Kinder Eggs. Maybe we need to add the Kinder Eggs into the Constitution, Otto. American Kinder Eggs are just half candy, and the other half is toy. The toys and still chocolate. So what? You basically have half an egg that's chocolate, and then you have what's like a container that's shaped like an egg that has a toy in it. What? There's foil covering the candy side of the egg. The toy doesn't touch the candy. Why? That's so weird. There's like ice. Oh my god. Diabetes. So it's basically like a Cadbury cream egg. You know, the Easter thingy that's like the Reese's 3D eggs that we saw. But instead of having PB in there, it's icing, white icing, and in the middle you have yellow icing to be like an egg. Right? I'll have to Google that too. But the fun is in the Kraken eating the egg to unearth the toy capsule. Yep. Well, I agree. Hold on, I gotta check that photo. Everything's exploding. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's weird. Oh, they're called Kinder Joy. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. Why'd the US have to ban Cadbury cream eggs? I'm sorry, what? Oh, the European one are way better. How so? No, they're called Kinder Joy, so I guess we can sort of still sleep at night. European ones were less sugar, more natural cacao. Dude, it's an actual feat of strength to have less sugar in those because they're basically sugar. But I'm like, why have that one be like that super sweet milk chocolate? Why not have it a slightly not even dark chocolate, but you know, not like 30% cacao instead of like that's way too sweet. I remember when one could get rings and little watercolor paint sets in Cracker Jack. Really? It's like vanilla and chocolate frosting with half a Ferrero Rocher stuck on top. Kinder Bueno are great. They have wafers, so they're good. There's so little cacao in Kinder Eggs that they're not allowed to call them chocolate in the EU. Kinder Hippos are the best thing they make. They're like ice cream cones. Hippos filled with chocolate. Like the wafer kind? That sounds amazing. Kinder Bueno are delicious. They're so full of dairy though. Oh my god, why? Adds Kinder Hippos to my Instacart. I'll probably get Brussels sprouts, but I'll give it a shot. Wow, you're brave. Exactly, thin wafer hippos. Okay, I'm envious now. We don't get those here. And is the hippo covered in chocolate too, or is it just the wafer? I hope it's wafer and not something weird like wafer. What? Ah, oh, dang. Because just wafer with like chocolate or hazelnut in there sounds perfect. It sounds perfect. It's called Kinder Hippos. If I ever see those. The bottom half is rolled in chocolate. Oh, that's adorable. They sound even better now. Dang. One time my dad dipped uncooked Brussels sprouts into chocolate and left them on the table for us unassuming kids. Now I have trust issues. Gee, I wonder why. That's evil. But it's not over. Yeah, no, that sounds quite balanced. Ew, Brussels sprouts and chocolate. Oof. I'm not convinced. But I should have put cheese on it. You know, like that pottery Parmesan cheese. The one that is half cellulose and half cheese. She claimed that Cadbury copied a recipe of theirs and won the last suit. What? Ah, yes, cool. I'll have to check out that pic. Hippos. So Maureen says, my dad used to make fudge and I wanted his recipe but I wanted it in his handwriting. He wouldn't write it down and was just going to tell it to me. I get paper and pen and he goes, the recipe's been on the back for 40 years. On the back of what? What video game did you get, Val? I had such a good drawing day yesterday and today I got nothing for some reason. Oh, perhaps you need to refuel. You know, some days are like that. Some days you can spend the fuel and other days you need to add more fuel. Alex Madness returns. Huh. For those of us that still partake of the goodies, there's good news on the fashion front. Skinny jeans are now the mom jeans of 2021. I've not had real pants on it. Sweatpants are the new jeans. Baggy is the new trend. It's really funny because one of my cousin was talking to my grandma, and she introduced my grandma to the concept of I don't know if I can translate it properly, but the concept of wearing soft clothing. In French, we call it porter du mou, which is basically you wear the most baggy, shapeless things you have because it's comfy, right? And she told my grandma about this whole concept, and then my grandma is converted. She has her own stock of like baggy, comfy clothes to wear at home, and if she has to go out, she says, "Oh, I have my pants to go out, and I'm not wearing them ever." And it just cracked me up to imagine my grandma wearing her baggy stuff. Hey, thanks, Kevin. My grandma is really funny. It's leisure wear, aka comfort couture. Nice. I'm trying to picture my grandmother in a pair of pants that didn't come with a matching jacket and feeling it's hard, right? Like my grandma, she's really she would usually be really about like having like proper outfits. So it's kind of really funny to imagine her in sweatpants and baggy t-shirts. My old boss used to say that she was in uniform if she was still in PJs and left. I like to have like the actual PJs for sleeping and also the PJs for work. Well, they're not really PJs, but they could be. It's like the sweatpants and the comfy stuff for work, and then I switched into the PJ pants and comfy stuff for sleep. Never forget the time my grandma showed up to a Halloween party dressed as a wheelie bin. What's a wheelie bin? Dang, I need to practice hairdos too. I don't know how to do hairdos. Second. She was dressed has a recycling bin with wheels. How did she manage that? Did she like cut out holes in one and... Dang, that's funny. As we call in Japan, when we're... Exactly, yeah. Practice hair, do you say? Breaks out horse cat again. Horse cat doesn't have a lot of hair. Like human hair. No joke, yes. That's awesome. That's amazing. Posted the link in Enablers Anonymous as I figure it's like a scam, but $14 for a whole bind and it shows a ton of half pants in a wood case. Yeah, it might be, it's either a scam or it's one of those things where it has like different offerings and it links the picture of the most expensive offering as the main picture and it shows you the lowest price that you can buy something. So like, oh, let's say $14 is for 12 half pans empty. And the thing you see with the wooden box and the ton of half pans is like $300. What but his luxurious looks? If you could have any fictional job in the world, what would it be? I want to work at Golden. I want to check out the machines that make the paints and with the big rolls and you see the paint happen. And I think that's amazing. It's not fictional, it's a real job, but... Hey, Jinja! Hi! Hello, Alex! I would love to work, like, fostering cats or at a shelter, but it would be so hard as an emotional roller coaster. Dang. I'd love to be a wand maker in Harry Potter. Oh, cool. Yeah. Fictional job. Dang, that's a tough one. I want to be a YouTuber. How about that for a fictional job? Sorry. How about real jobs? I'm a professional mess maker. Aw. You're like our Venn diagram champion. I have no idea how you make those happen. I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, I don't, like, I can think about a Venn diagram that has like 3 sections, but I was like, how do you cope with like 12 pigments? How do you even make that happen? To be fair, our jobs were fictional like 10 years ago. Fair point. Charts and graph as a form of self-zoning is a very bizarre trait. I don't want to call it a skill, but it does have its... It is definitely interesting. I think next Ven comes tonight. Worst case tomorrow. Ooh! I'm retired, I don't want a job. I only learned about Aurora this week watching Scream Rants. Film pitch for Fantastic Beasts. Oh man, those are brutal. I've been watching pitch film videos all week. Oh, Otto, did you see the weird videos I sent you earlier? I found them like weirdly soothing or satisfying. It's so odd, especially the second one. It's the first one I saw, and I was like, I kind of have some sort of living vicariously through this guy feeling. Because I remember seeing Clogged Up Drain and being like, I wanna unclog it. I gotta take this stuff out now, but can't, and just like keep walking and go fast. And yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. I've been really into talks on past pandemics. Oof. Oh no, I haven't, as I wasn't well. Let me just go. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, no rush or anything, but I'm just curious to hear if you find the same kind of satisfaction weird through like watching the videos. Oh, it's a bit like watching videos of people who what's the word I'm looking for? Like they get something that is old, rusted, and busted, and they fix it. And it's really interesting to see them work because there's a bunch of things in there that, like, how do you make a screw from scratch? I didn't know, but there's a way apparently. I want to be the brown wizard of Middle Earth, like Radagast's apprentice or something. Would you have a bird's nest on your head too? Restoration, yeah, that's the word I was trying to find. And filling. It's so interesting, all the stuff that you sort of, you get a tin like that, and you're like, yeah, cool, a tin, awesome, but you kind of have no idea how it's put together or how it's made. And watching those restoration videos, sometimes they can give you sort of an inkling of how to do it. And it's really, really fascinating. Did you ever see those vids where people explore abandoned places? Yeah, those are quite interesting too. I'd be happy to have a bird's nest on my head too, if the job required it. I probably would enjoy working in a yarn shop. Oh, you would. You definitely would. How could you not? I mean, come on. He literally dreams in code. Does he? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you told me he did. Currently setting up coloring station tonight. There's a... Oh, that's awesome. Sharpen and sort. Oh, that sounds amazing. Sorting pencils, yes. Would love to own a craft art supply store to quell that I need one of everything. But you'd have to deal with clients though. I hope you're ready for that. He really does, and he jumps up at odd hours with answers to fix broken colors. Wow, that's pretty cool, I think. So we are almost at the end of the stream. I don't know if you guys have any specific questions or things. The client's more like I'm the only client if I own the store. How do you pay for it though? Chaz is here. Ici? Ah, belle mini. T'as un peu de bonheur? We should hedge fund in the art store. Hedge fund? We should crowdfund. And just be our own clients. And well, that's almost already my place, right? Well, alright guys. I will call this a day because I really have to go to the bathroom, so... thank you very much for being here today. If you are new to the live stream, somehow we have a Discord server that we hang out all the time. It's basically more of the same. So if you enjoyed the chat and the live streams, you can get on the Discord. It's free, it's fun, it's relatively easy to set up. So you're welcome to chill over there. And thank you everyone for being here, and remember to like the stream, and we will see each other next Saturday. Right. Alright guys, take care, bye bye.